Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be my yearly favorites. This is my first yearly favorites because this is my first year on YouTube. Now I have almost been on YouTube about a year, so that's exciting. Sorry I keep playing with my hair so much, it's just kind of in my face. But we're going to start out with the, how I start my makeup is what I should say. Okay. So I only have one primer because I haven't really tried that many primers and I'm just kind of stuck on this one. It is the Benefit Professional, and what it does is it fills in your pores, so it kind of makes it smooths your skin out. So if you have larger pores, I really recommend this, and I even like to put it on my acne scarring because in my opinion it kind of smooths it out. It doesn't make it invisible, but it smooths it out a little bit so it's not as prominent. I have a lot of stuff on my desk right now. So then after that I would go in with foundations, and I have three here. The first one is the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir Foundation. I really love this foundation. I haven't used it for a little while because it's a little too dark for me right now. To me, this is more of a summer foundation because, for one, it has SPF in it. You should wear SPF all the time. I don't, but I think this is a really great summer foundation. So when the summer comes back around, I will be using this. And then the next one I have is the Wet n Wild foundation. This foundation's like $6, and I think it's so good. It is very buildable. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but you can build it up. I like full coverage myself, but sometimes I don't want it day to day. But I really enjoy this foundation, especially for the price. I kind of hate when people say, oh, especially for the price, because to me, if something was $1, it's good. If something was $1 and I thought it was good, what's good is good. You guys get it. But I just really love this foundation. And then the next one I have is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm wearing it right now. It says it's medium to full coverage. I do not think it's full coverage, but sometimes I don't mind that. Just like I said, most of the time I don't go full coverage. But this just looks really natural on your skin and it wears really well, and I really love that about it, and it matches me so well. It is a little pricey, but I really enjoy this foundation and I do recommend it. If you want to see how it wears and stuff, I do have a video on it on my channel, so go and check that out. It's a wear test. Okay, after that I would set my face. So the first one here, it doesn't have the Laura Mercier powder in it because I ran out, but I really like the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I need to get more. It's just so expensive that I don't want to buy it. But I really recommend this powder. It's very, very thinly grained. What's actually in it right now is the RCMA loose powder. So I really love this powder as well. I just put it in here to make it easier because this container sucks. But both these powders are really good and I do enjoy them. But my favorite of all is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is a newer launch, I believe. And this is, to me, I think it gives more coverage to your skin, so I like it for that reason. And it's just such a good powder. It really kind of combats my oils. I don't get as oily as quick whenever I use this, and I don't know how much it is, maybe like $8. I got it at Walmart, so if you want it, that's where you can get it. I really recommend that powder. Oh my gosh, I forgot concealers. I would do that before I do powder. Okay. Well, here is my concealer recommendations, and well, my yearly favorites. But this is the ColourPop concealer. I recently just got this and I have fallen in love with it. It has become my favorite concealer out of all time. And it's like $7, I think. And with ColourPop, if you haven't ordered before, you can get $5 off. So it'd make it really, really, really cheap. And it has really good coverage and it's lightweight, and I really enjoy that about it. The next one I have is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I really like this as well because it's not so matte. I do have oily skin, I do like matte, but Not really under the under eye, I guess. Right now my skin is super dry. You probably can see like my chin is really dry and like around my nose and stuff. But I really love this concealer. And I think this one's an obvious. It is Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't been able to use it for a while because it is not my color at all. It would be like a foundation color, really. I have used this as foundation before and I do like it for that, but you would use a lot of product. I love how full coverage this is. Whenever you use it under your under eye, you really don't need a lot, and by saying that, this would last you a really long time. So that is another favorite. Okay, so after all that, I would move on into brows. And the first one is the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is so good and it's $2. I really recommend this. It's more waxy, I would say, than like creamy. So if you like that, then pick this up. And it does have a spoolie on. Nope, that's the wrong side. It does have a spoolie on it, which is really nice. So that's a plus. And the next one is also from e.l.f. It is their like duo or whatever. I don't even know what it's called. But on this side it is like a wax and the other side is a powder. And this works really well. I'm wearing it on my brows right now and I think it's $3 and I really recommend this. This would last you a really long time. The next one I have is the Anastasia brow powder. Obviously this is way more expensive, but I really do like this. It really does work really well. There's not really much to say about it. It's just a powder, but it is really pigmented, so I would recommend this if you're looking into buying this. I would, and you can always return it. The next thing is, I need to quit saying, and the next thing is, I have here the Essence Make Me Brow. This is so good and it's $2.99. Oh my god, I love this so much. I'm also wearing it on my brows. It just really, it adds color to them and it holds them in place and it doesn't feel like you have hairspray brows. So I recommend this as well. I also really like the Benefit Ka-Brow. This is a pomade and it does come with a little brush and I do use the little brush with it. There's not really much to say about this either. It's very pigmented. I'm in shade 3 and if you're looking into getting this one, I would recommend it as well. It's just a brow pomade that works really well. What next? I guess next I would do my face. So we're going to start with like bronzers and contours and stuff, and my favorite contour is the Kat Von D contour palette kit, whatever, and it comes with all of these shades. I use this one to contour and I just really like it, and now the pans are refillable, so this is $50, but honestly you could just buy the pan and put it in a Z palette and you'll be fine, but this just works really well. I also have this on today. I did contour with it and I contour with it every time I contour. I don't contour every day. How many times can I say contour? So the next one I have is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and I really love this. I really like the color of it. I feel like I maybe should have got the milk chocolate one because that's a little lighter, but at the time I was a little more tan. But I really enjoy this bronzer and it smells just like chocolate. It smells so good and it's a really nice color, so I would get it again. All this stuff I would buy again, so there's that. And then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this one smells like coconuts and it's a really nice smell, and the packaging on it is really cute. It's very summery and it's a cooler tone bronzer in my opinion than the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So if you want a more cool tone, this is the way to go. And it does have a slight shimmer to it. The Too Faced is matte, so whatever one you prefer, I would look into. I really love the smell of that bronzer, the coconut one. And then I would go into blush. So here I have two Tarte blushes. I got this as like the Sephora birthday perk thing, and it's in the shade Party, and I'll show you what it looks like. I really love Tarte blushes. I really liked this one, so I bought the holiday blush book or whatever this is called, and I'm recently just getting into blush, so I decided to buy this because I'm like, this is going to last me a very long time, and there's so many colors in it, and I really love this because of how many colors there are and because Tarte's formula is bomb, and I just hit myself in the face with this. Also, I really enjoy the Wet n Wild blushes. Like, I think this and Tarte would be my favorite formulas. These are really pigmented, so you need to be very careful with these ones. And these I think are like $3.99, and they are so worth it. Then I would go into highlight, and the first one I have here is Becca, and I wouldn't say this is like my favorite color, but I love the formula, so that's why I am mentioning it. This is in the shade Opal. I do love the color, but I wouldn't say it's like my favorite. I only have two highlighters from Becca. Actually, that's a lie. I have the Chrissy Teigen palette, but these are really good, and I really enjoy them. They're very soft, and oh my gosh, excuse my nails for one. But I really recommend them. They are very expensive though. They're almost $40. They are $38. So that would be up to you to buy them. Here I have the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, and this is a very subtle highlight, but that's why I like it. I like how subtle it is. It gives you a really nice glow without it being over the top, I guess. So if you're wanting a more natural highlighter, this is the way to go, and it's like $3.99 probably, maybe $2.99, and you can get it at Ulta, and it's really good. My next highlighter favorite is the Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline, and this one's really good. Look at that. I'm really embarrassed about my nails right now. I should have taken the nail polish off. But this one is just so crazy pigmented that it's just crazy. So I really recommend this one, and I got this at Walmart as well. Then the next one, I'm not sure if you can even get this anymore, which is sad. But this is the Dosa Colors Desi X Katie highlighter in Fuego. And this one is really nice as well. That is what it looks like, and I really recommend this formula. I don't know if they have other highlighters than the ones in this collection, but if they do, I'm thinking they would be the same formula, so I would totally check them out. Okay, so we're going to go into eyeshadow primers, and the first one is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is like a YouTube favorite from everyone, and if everyone loves it, you know it's good because it is good. Is mine getting old? I hope not. There's so much product in this that I don't ever know how I could use it all. But this is really good. It's very creamy whenever you put it onto your eye, but it kind of dries into a nice, it dries in a nice way. The next one I have is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I just have the little travel size one. I got it in like a box, like a subscription box when I had those, but this is really good as well. It does kind of feel oily whenever you apply it to the lid, but then when it dries it does not feel oily at all, and both of these really make sure your eyeshadow stays on all day. So we are getting near the end. Next is eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not going in any order with these at all. Okay, so my camera died and I'm not really sure where I left off, but I think I was on eyeshadow palettes. I think that's where I was starting. But I want to talk about these first because they are eyeshadow. These are the ColourPop Supernova Liquid Shadows, I think they're called. And I think these are really good. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now, and they are very affordable, and I would totally recommend them. They're very creamy as well. So now we're going to get on into actual palettes. So the first one is the Too Faced Just Peachy palette, And I really just love the colors in this palette. That's why I like it, and the formula is really good. These are just like my tones, so that's why I love it. And obviously the formula, I wouldn't love it if it wasn't a good palette. But this one has been a favorite for a very long time, and it is the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and this is what it looks like. These are also like my colors. I love that they go by rows as well, so it's like each row you can use and it would make a complete look, but obviously you can kind of mix it up if you want to. The formula, this is just really great and I really recommend it. And this is a newer favorite. It is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and I love the formula, and I love that there's like a glitter in it and some like eyeshadow toppers, and all these palettes are literally my colors, so I'm probably going to say that each time. But it's just a really cool like different palette because it has neutral colors for me. Like the orangey colors are more neutral, but then the purples are kind of a little more out of my comfort zone, so that's why I like it as well. And it has very unique colors in it. And here is the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette, and I think that they are really good, and I love purpley eyeshadows as well. Like I love that color, and that color is really nice as well, and I love this shimmery color, and I like that it comes with highlighters as well. I don't really use the highlighters, they're kind of like chunky, and I would never really use that color. Maybe it's like an inner corner highlight. But that color, no, I can't really wear that dark of a color, which is fine because you can still use it for eyeshadow or whatever. But I just use the eyeshadows more. So yeah, and this one's kind of like, duh, it's probably in everyone's favorites. It is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's just, I love the color selection. There's so many colors to choose from, so you're not making the same look over and over. And it does have like pops of color, which is great for getting people out of their comfort zone as well. So yes, and I have videos on my channel using this palette if you want to check those out. And this one is also a newer edition. It's actually a very new edition. It is the Morphe 39A palette, and I feel like it's like, alright, back to the palette. And this palette I love because there's a ton of different like transition colors, and I like that each of them go together, I guess, like the section of blues, the section of greens, and then more neutrals right there, and then another pop of color and stuff like that. So I really like this palette for that reason, and the quality is very good. Now we're on to mascaras and then lip products, and then we're done. So the first one is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I really like this because it does give you volume and separation to your lashes, but once it gets old it can get a little like chunky, so you'll have to be aware of that. I definitely need a new one. I think that's why I've had this one a very long time, and you're supposed to change them out like every 3 months. And then here is the like dupe for it. It is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I like this one a lot as well. I do think it is a dupe for it, but it also has the same problem. It can get kind of clumpy, and I just got this one, so there is that. But I really like what it does to my lashes, so I can kind of get over that. And then the next is the Benefit Roller Lash, and this one just makes your lashes really black and gives you a lot of separation, so that's why I like this one. And now we're on to lip products, and these aren't necessarily my favorite colors, but I'm more so talking about like the brand and the formula. Here is a MAC, just regular lipstick. I really love their formula, and it smells really good. If you haven't tried one of these, I really think you should. And then here's some ColourPop ones. I used to not really like the Lippy Stick formula, but then I gave it another go, and I do actually really like them, and they're very affordable, which is also great. Here is a Wet n Wild Catsuit Liquid Lipstick, and this is my favorite color from the line. It is Rebel Rose, and the formula is great, and it's also very affordable. And then here is the Fenty gloss, and this is a universal color, and I really enjoy it because it does look good on everyone, and the formula of the gloss, it's not like sticky or anything, so I really do recommend this one. And here I have another gloss, and it is by Buxom, and it is in White Russian, and this is my favorite gloss of all time for the color and the formula. It is a lip plumping formula, so if you didn't like that, then I don't know if you should try this one, but it doesn't burn your lips like the Too Faced lip injection one does. That one is like not tolerable, however you say that. But this is Buxom White Russian, and it's so good. And then the last one I have is by Rimmel, and it is their Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick formula. And I really like these as well. The color of it is my favorite. That's probably why I'm talking about it so much, is because I just love the color of this. And the formula is nice, and it's like $5. And then I forgot I have a little few extra things I wanted to throw in, like setting sprays and stuff. Here is the Smashbox Primer Water, and I like to put this on just like you can see I'm almost out. I have a little travel size one. I like to put this on to kind of, after I do my powder, I put it on so I don't look like I have a powdery face, basically. And it does a great job at that. And then these are two from Limelight by Alcone, but their vendors are Skindinavia, who they make setting spray, and also they make it for Urban Decay. So it's the same formula, it's just in different packaging, and it went with my job. This is the primer spray, this is the setting spray, and the primer spray, it helps with like reducing the appearance of pores after time. And the setting spray is a 16-hour setting spray, and it just really keeps your makeup on for a very long time. And the last thing I have is a makeup remover, and it is micellar water. I usually use the Garnier one, but I couldn't find it at the store at the time, so I tried the L'Oreal one for oily skin, and I like it just as much. I think micellar water is just micellar water. It doesn't really matter what brand you get, but I really like taking my makeup off with a makeup remover wipe, and then I like to use this because it really gets into your pores and takes out all of the gunk that you thought the makeup remover did. So yeah, that is my yearly favorites, and I hope that everyone has a good Christmas and New Year's and stuff. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you did, and I hope to see you back. And also comment down below some of your yearly favorites. I'd love to hear what those are, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!